Welcome to Pour the Wine. It's Rom-Com Time, where we'll sip some wine and review all things rom-com on the Hallmark Channel. I'm Amy.
And I'm Garry.
And
I'm a pouring the
And
wine.
I'm finally starting to feel better
Yes,
after this
you
cold's
are.
kicking my butt this Christmas in July.
And I'm healthy and strong and fighting.
You keep telling yourself that. You
That's
keep
right.
telling yourself that.
Positive
You're
thinking.
You're getting there.
Putting it out in the universe.
Today we're going to be reviewing episode 8, the finale of
Yes,
Holidazed, and it is
yay.
called The Finale.
The finale.
The beginning was called The Beginning.
Yes,
It
was.
originally aired on December 24th, 2024 on Hallmark Plus, and then aired again on the Hallmark Channel on Sunday, July 27th, 2025.
Yes, it did.
And we are almost done. We have one more
Yes.
day.
One more day.
By the time this drops,
Christmas in July.
it'll be the end of July.
Yes, it will be. We would love it if you would click that follow button on your favorite podcast platform so you don't miss an episode. If you listen on Apple or Spotify, you can also leave us a review, and hopefully it's a positive one.
We hope.
You can also find us on YouTube and all social media.
All the socials. You can also shoot us an email at pourthewine@gmail.com.
Yes, you
Let
can.
us know what you thought about Holidazed.
Holidays. Yes.
This is the point in our podcast where we talk about who is in the upcoming movie or show
Yep.
that we're going to be discussing, but we've already done that.
Yes.
So if you would like to know who is in each episode, go listen to the very top of each of our episodes. Episodes number 2 through 7.
Yep.
We talk about each family as they aired.
Yes, we did.
Time to drop the synopsis.
Yes, it is.
Time for season 1, episode number 8 of Holidazed. And go.
During a Christmas Day power outage, neighboring families unite.
Woo, look at that long synopsis.
Ooh.
That was hard. Are you okay after
I
that
had
one?
to take
You need
3
to take a
breaths
sip?
during that one. Woo, I couldn't hold it.
You need to take a sip.
Yeah.
We're probably going to give away some spoilers. Not probably, we will.
Yes, we will.
So if you haven't watched it yet, go watch it, and we encourage it because, spoiler alert here, we love this series.
Yes.
So push pause here, go watch the finale, and then come back and listen to our review because we don't want to spoil how it ends. But it is Hallmark, so you could probably take a guess.
Yes.
How a lot of the families wind up,
Yes.
wind down. I don't know.
So, where do we leave off?
Where do we leave off? All right, so let's quickly recap each family.
Yes.
Right? So we have the Hill family.
The Hill family.
Josh is falling for Sheriff Nora. His
Mhm.
fiancée, Stacy, says she's getting on the plane
Yes.
because they're supposed to be going to Australia and he needs to make a choice.
Yes.
He either needs to get on the plane with her or stay,
That's right.
right? That's where we are with that. The Lynn family, the family is letting Grandma Lynn, Nai, believe that Marcus and Ella are engaged
Right.
instead of admitting that Ted is gay and
Mhm.
engaged to Marcus,
Right.
right?
Correct.
So that's where we are. They're all
Together.
putting on this
Putting a facade.
facade. There you go.
Yes.
Thank you. Then we have the Woods family.
Mhm.
Sylvie has gone off into the storm after fighting with Lucy.
Yep.
And Lucy and Annie are at home.
Are you okay?
Oh, gosh. Annie, are you okay? Are you okay,
I had
Annie?
to. It's the last episode.
Okay. Oh, my gosh. You've been waiting all season long to do that. Okay. Then we have the Lewin family. This is where even though Linda has brought a much younger boyfriend to her daughter's house for Christmas, she has realized she might still have feelings for Robert, with whom she was married to for 35 years.
Yes, sir.
And especially now that he has a date and he had a makeover.
I know.
It looks
right?
good.
Mhm.
Then we have the Camarena family.
Yes.
Even though Gabby and Katie have made amends,
Mhm.
because Katie was kind of a bully to Gabby. She
Yep.
started the nickname that tortured Gabby throughout her, middle school, high school years. Kevin and Katie have broken up because Kevin and his parents saw the video of Katie starting the Easy Bake name for Gabby.
Yes.
The Minetti Hanahan family. Now, this is actually interesting to me. They're actually in a good place.
Yeah, they are.
They're the only ones. They're the ones who are the most chaotic.
Yep.
And at the end of this one, they're kind of in a good place, right?
That's true.
Because they were getting ready to take the picture, even though Connie's sick, right? She doesn't know exactly what's wrong with her. It brought them together, and they're about to take a family pic. They're all happy. They're excited. And then the power goes out.
Yep.
Right.
So
that's where we are.
That's
with
where we
all
are.
the families. And it is a really, really, I think if I had to sum up my first take of this episode, a really great finale.
Yes.
To all the families, and how they did it in an hour, 40 minutes or whatever it is. I have no idea, but it just flowed.
It sure did.
Seamlessly.
Yep.
What do you think?
I thought the same thing. And with having all the families together in one house and to be able to finish.
Well, we haven't gotten there yet, but.
No, I know, but be able to finish telling the stories of each one of them was brilliant.
Yeah. So
yes.
The Minetti Hanahans are the only ones who have power.
Yep.
Because they fixed their power.
Thanks to the solar.
And the competition between Clark
panels.
and Chuck, right? So all of their lights are back on. So it's Christmas Day, and we see Josh goes to Nora's house.
Yep.
Right. And he brings Nora coffee.
Yes.
And he's like, I knew you were probably up all night finishing the bike. And she's like, I haven't finished it yet. Right. So they have a little moment.
Where they're fixing or putting the bike together.
Right.
And they're reminiscing. Right.
And he admits he's not disappointed that his flight was canceled.
Yes.
So we're pretty confident he has made up his mind.
But Nora says.
About whether or not he's going.
Nora says, to some extent, you're still living the high school life, right?
Well, she says we have separate lives.
Yeah.
And it's high school all over again.
Different worlds.
Different worlds.
lives.
We live in different worlds. And then
she's like, Josh or Theo's going to be waking up. You should probably go, right?
Yeah.
So he gets his coat. He goes outside, and from the outside on the porch, he sees Theo come running in, excited about the bike.
Yeah.
And you can tell that he's like,
it tugs at his heartstrings a little bit because Theo hugs his mom. And so that was kind of sweet. But then you're like, oh, well, dang.
Yeah.
Is he going to end up with her or not?
Yeah.
I think I have an idea.
Me too.
Because it's Hallmark, but Then it cuts to Annie and Lucy, and they leave to go find Sylvie.
Yes.
Because Sylvie didn't come home, or they don't know where she went because she left.
Can't get a hold of her.
Right. And then we cut to the scene of Linda and Gail.
Yeah.
They're in the hallway of their house.
Right.
And we have the same scene that we had. Now, this is the Lewin family.
Yep.
So when Robert and Evan woke up, they had this meeting in the hallway, and they had like the Western type music.
Background
so
music.
now we have Linda
and Gail,
who's who's now Robert's
girlfriend.
We don't know. Right. Girlfriend, something, the one that Robert's kind of seeing now.
Yes.
Right. And they have a meeting in the hallway, and Linda has made some assumptions.
Oh, yeah.
About Robert and Gail.
Mm-hmm.
And Gail makes it very clear that Robert's a gentleman and he slept on the couch. And you can see Linda's face light up. So I thought that was pretty cute.
Yes. She still had love for him.
She still had a little bit of love.
Oh, yeah. And then we cut to the scene where they actually find Sylvia.
Sylvie.
Or Sylvie.
I
say Sylvia. I don't know why I say that. After 8 episodes, I'm still saying
Sylvie.
Yes, and she's at the bakery. Slept on a booth.
In a booth. She slept in it.
And what a heartfelt moment, right? Because Lucy kind of just, apologizes and tells her how proud she is of her and didn't realize what was going on with her relationship.
Right.
And while they're sitting there making up, or of course, Lucy says, you have us as a family, right? The jukebox turns on and starts playing a song. And they all look at each other and it's like, oh, it's mom. It's mom. The joy. It's
a little wild that it turns on. I don't know.
No, it turns on right there.
I know.
It's like,
well, and then I think what's her name? Sylvie says something like, it must be the backup battery.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Yeah. Yes. But it's like, I don't know. It might be your little joy box, joy jukebox, right?
Yeah.
So they have their moment, like you said. Lucy apologizes, and Sylvie's kind of touched by that. So we see them kind of make up pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Right?
Which is good.
And then we cut to the Minetti Hanahans, and they're the only ones who have power. And Connie has insisted that they invite their neighbors over, much to the reluctance of Chuck.
You gotta love
so
Chuck.
he's like, okay, So the first family that shows up is the Lynn family.
The Lynn family.
And they all come marching in. Grandma Lynn.
Yeah, Nine.
Right. The mom, the dad, Ted, Marcus.
Ella.
And what's Ella? Yeah, the sister.
Yes.
Ella, they come in. And that's when Grandma Lynn meets Wally. And she kind of grills him.
Yes.
It's so funny. And Wally's still like, am I in trouble? What's going on? What's happening? Doesn't she say, what do you do for a living?
Yes.
What do you...
Yes. And she just grills him. I mean, she just grills him.
She does.
Yeah.
She really grills him and takes him. But then she finds out he's a minister.
Yes.
And
An ordained minister.
You can see the light bulb go off. And Grandma Lynn's. Now, again, you're like, oh, crap. She's going to try to get Marcus and Ella married before she leaves. You can already see the wheels spinning there. Right?
Because she knows... Because the prior episode or their episode, she saw Ted and Marcus kissing. So she knows.
Right.
So that's why she wants to kind of
speed it up. Or so you think, right?
Yep.
So you think.
So then we move over to the Camarena family, which is the only family who hasn't come over yet.
Who hasn't come over. All the other... well, it's weird because they show the Lynns arriving, but then I guess everyone just kind of shows up, right? They're the only ones that actually show coming into the house.
Right.
And then I think they're the first to arrive, right?
Yes, they are the first to arrive.
And then we go to the Camarinas, and they of course don't want to go.
No.
Right? Is it Manny?
Manny doesn't want
to go.
Right. Kevin doesn't want to
go. And Clarice, the mom, is trying to convince her family to go.
Right.
And at the same time, Connie's trying to convince Chuck.
Right.
To go and invite them. Like they're the only ones not here, and they have this big beef, right? This big, who knows how many years long beef.
Yep.
Especially around the holiday time, it seems. And Chuck is like, no, I'm not going to go do that. And then the next scene is Chuck on one side of the fence and Manny on the other, right? It's so cute. I mean, the way they do this.
It is. It reminds me of 10 to 2 Men.
Home Improvement.
Man. Yeah, Home Improvement, where they're talking to each other across the fence.
Is it Wilson? I think it's Wilson.
Yeah. And you only see Wilson's eyes. Yeah. But
in Home
kind of
Improvement.
reminded me of that.
Yeah.
So they're sitting there talking, and Chuck's like, so did the wife convince you to come over here and say that? And he's like, yeah. And then Chuck says, mine too.
Yep.
And then they start to laugh.
It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool because you think,
there's going to be
found like common ground and that their wives were nagging them, right? Yes. That's common ground for husbands, right?
And Chuck's like, Christmas truth?
Christmas truth, yeah.
Truth.
So then they shake on it, right?
And Mandy's like, one day. We can have one day. Yeah, and they shake hands, which I thought was pretty cool. Pretty awesome. Way to bury the hatchet.
Right. So they end up going over.
Yeah. Right.
And Gabby and Katie kind of have a moment and they're talking. And I thought it was kind of cool because this is a scene where Katie gives Gabby kind of inspiration because Gabby kind of doesn't really know what she's going to do for her video because she still has to make her video. She's under a timeline. Her audition video.
Yeah. And she's, she does give her an idea, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. It ends up because she's like, look around. Look at
all the different families,
look at
all the different foods.
Yes. Yeah.
I thought it was brilliant.
It was really cool. Really cool.
All the different
and we'll get
traditions.
to what they say at the end of the video. But
and then you see Chuck and Robert in the corner, and Chuck is asking Robert if the contract that Connie had made them sign.
That's right.
Was it legit?
Because Robert's an attorney.
Yes, he's an attorney.
And right.
So Robert's like, yeah, it is. And then Chuck's like, well, you think I can get my money back? And he's like, look, us lawyers, we don't get the money back.
Yeah, we take the money. We give you a service, we take the money. No matter what the advice is. Yeah, it was kind of cute.
It was.
That was a cute moment to throw in there, I thought.
So did I.
I like that. Yeah.
Because I didn't think they were going to wrap that up, but they did. That was pretty good.
And then you have Lucy and Sylvie are, trying to convince Annie to talk to Max. And Annie is the teenager and she's kind of, and Max is the teenager and she's the one who kind of kissed him quickly in a selfie and was mortified after that. And because Max was shocked, but he wasn't angry. So they're going through this whole thing. And so Lucy and Sylvie are like trying to convince her to talk to them. And then, of course, they brought their joy bars.
Right.
And everybody's excited about the joy bars, right? They're the hit of the neighborhood, right?
Rebecca being a vegan. She's like, are these vegan?
Are these vegan?
And she's like, no.
No.
And she's like, I'll try one anyways. And then comes back and grabs another one. Which I thought was awesome.
Kind of cool.
Yes.
So then, it goes back to Nora and Theo.
Right.
And I kind of had forgotten about them for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I wonder how they're going to end up
at the party.
At the party at the house. And then Theo, who's too smart for his own good, sees 2 coffee cups.
Yes.
And he's like, what the?
He thought it was Santa Claus.
It was Santa Claus.
At first. I know him.
And then what does she tells him? Nora says,
no, it was Josh. And then Theo gets excited.
He gets really excited.
He realizes that he hasn't left yet and he has a gift to give to him.
Right. Because does he say something like he didn't get on the plane or something like he's still here? Or, he gets, it's kind of cute.
Yes.
That little actor is cute. Yeah. So now we see that Theo is excited. He says he has a present for Josh and now we know where they're headed.
Yes.
Right.
We
so
sure
we're
do.
bringing everybody together.
Yes. That must be a big house. For that many family members.
Well, we'll talk about that in a minute when we get to the later part. Yeah, because I have some thoughts about that too.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it's a good size house. So then you cut back to the house.
Yes.
And Grandma Lynn says she's sick. She's like, what if I'm not around next Christmas?
I know.
And then again, they're all like, no, you're fine.
She's like, it might be gas.
They're like, no, you're totally fine. Then she calls Wally over.
Yep.
To officiate the wedding. And she's like, in Chinese culture, you shouldn't say no to your elders.
That's right.
And Wally is shaking his head like, nuh-uh, don't tell her no.
I know. He's like on Nai side. He's like, yep.
He's on Nai side.
I love his character.
He was so good in that role. Yeah.
And then you see Marcus, Ted, and Ella go back into the closet to have that, that pun moment.
So they have a family meeting in the closet again. Yeah. Well, it's a pantry, but still. Yeah. It was kind of cute. You're right.
And they're trying to figure out what to do.
And then, and because they don't know what to do because now she's trying to push the marriage.
Yep.
Right. And now they're
all scared.
And they're all scared because they don't know.
That's so funny. So funny. And then we have Robert and Linda again.
Yeah.
They were talking on the couch and they were reminiscing about when they first met and when they were going to get married. And he thought she was going to have cold feet. So he sent the pastor home. And I thought that was a really good scene. And then
I thought that he had the minister start early.
Was it start early?
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Excuse me.
Because she says something, she jokes about how it started early or something.
And then her dad said the same thing about him. He figured Robert would get cold feet.
Oh, yes. Linda's dad. Yes. Yeah. And then it was kind of cool because then they have Evan, her much younger boyfriend, comes and sits in between the two of them. And then they talk about how there's going to be a wedding because now they've heard that this wedding is going to go on. And Evan's kind of like, what's the rush?
Right.
And here we just had this story about them who, Robert wanted to rush it because he was afraid Linda was going to run off.
Yeah. And that was a good scene.
It's just in that moment you really see the difference.
Yes, in age.
In the perception. Well, not just age. I mean, everybody has a different opinion about rushing into marriage or not, but it's just about the difference in the mindset and the perception. So we kind of get a glimpse of what might be coming there.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. And then we have Theo.
Theo and Nora have arrived at the party, right?
And Theo sees Josh and calls out his name.
Oh,
and
it's so cute.
Says, Josh, I have a present for you. And he hands him a drawing. And Josh opens it up and it's a drawing of the family. And it was so cute because Theo goes, Stacy, this is you.
This is you. Yeah.
And Stacy gives this look to Nora.
Well, and I think Theo says, you said you had a hard time imagining what life, like when they were trying to do the Life Star, right?
Yes.
And then he said, this is what life is.
Yep.
And then you open it up and it's all of them. And it's real cute because I noticed that the picture of Josh is him in like with the elf hat or whatever that he had on in the carnival. Yeah, I thought it was cute. And there's like a rainbow and it was really cute.
Yes, it was.
It was really cute. Yeah. And then he does point out, hey, Stacy, that's you. Because he's trying to make her feel good. But, he really doesn't like Stacy.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he likes her.
He likes her. He's a little kid.
Yeah. Yeah. But we know who Josh is going to end up with.
Yes, we do. So then what happens next?
Evan and Linda have a little chit chat.
Oh, yeah.
I really appreciated this. Evan basically says to Linda, it's obvious that she and Robert are the real deal.
Yeah.
And that, he's going to go pack his things. And I appreciate that, Evan's like a good guy.
Yeah.
And he tells Linda, I'm not your forever guy. I'm your for now guy. Sweet. I'm not your forever guy. Mm-hmm. And, they may have had some fun and he got her out of her shell a little bit. She got to do some things, but I think it was just great that he recognized that and wasn't like resentful or angry or, pissed off, storming out. I thought that I really liked the way they handled that because that's adult, that's maturity. That's, someone recognizing something. And sometimes it's hard and you might be hurt, but it's for the best.
Yeah.
And I appreciated that. So then Evan leaves to go back to the Lewin house to pack his things. And he's not mad. He's just getting ready to leave. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So.
And then we have Nai. Because Connie comes over and sits down and Nai says, I'm okay. No need to make a fuss.
Right.
And then Connie says something like, that's okay. I have a thing too. And she tells Nai her situation.
Yeah, she might be sick and she was waiting for results.
Waiting for a call.
Yeah.
And then Nai picks up the phone and she's talking to somebody. It's not the doctor. I'm assuming it's like a receptionist or something. And she says, you need to have the doctor call or I will call him.
Right. Have the doc call her at home or I will.
Or I will.
Yeah.
And I thought that was...
really what's funny about that scene too is that whoever on the phone must have said, I'll have the doc call her. And then you hear Nai go, good choice.
Good choice. Look, Nai got some friends and some high places.
Yeah. And then she hangs up the phone and she's like, I give a lot of money to the medical center or wherever. And,
hey,
money talks.
Yeah.
What if it can get you, results quicker? So
be it, right?
Right. So we know she's probably going to get a phone call.
Yes.
We don't know when, right?
And then what's next? So Annie goes to talk to Max.
Annie finds Max.
And she tries to explain why she kissed him. And then what happens?
Well, he says the night at the stroll did freak him out a little bit, right? Mm-hmm. And then he kisses her on the cheek and he says that they both feel the same thing. And she's kind of like giddy. It's just so cute, And then he's like, look at this. Does he have like an iPad or something?
Yes.
So then they just go on to do their little kid things.
Little kid things like they usually do when they were younger.
And then she's it's just kind of cool because he realizes he kind of likes her too. And then he kissed her on the cheek. So that was cute.
That was
really cute.
Like nothing had happened.
Right. And then we get to this scene where Ted sits down with his grandma. He has decided that, he can't let the wedding go through with Marcus and his sister, Ella.
Yep.
So he sits down and he finally just says it.
Yep.
Right.
And Nai says, I'm not a fool. I may be old, but I'm not a fool.
I'm not blind. Yep. Yep. She says, she says she knows.
Yep.
Now, my question is, though, do you think she knew the whole time? And then, she had a shocked look on her face when she saw Marcus and Ted kissing at the end of their family episode.
Right.
But then it sort of seemed like she's known.
Right.
I don't know. She kind of gave that impression. So I wasn't sure. So
Right.
was she putting them on in that episode?
It's really hard to tell because
Yeah.
of her reaction to the kiss.
Mm-hmm.
But it did seem like she was pushing Ella and Marcus to get married.
To try to, well, I don't know.
But
yeah.
we'll never know.
We'll never know. But then, Ted asks her if she's okay, and she says no, that he broke her heart, and he's like, oh, because I'm gay.
Right.
But she's like, no, not because you're gay, but because you weren't honest with me.
Yep.
And I've always been honest with you.
Ooh, that broke
and
my
what
heart.
do we always say? Like, give people a chance. You
Yes.
never know. Now, some people don't change.
Nope.
There are some people who are,
Tradition. Yeah.
well, bigoted and,
True.
and wouldn't open their heart even to a family member, to a son,
Right.
to a daughter, which, we can't imagine. But I mean, I just can't imagine doing that. But her thing was, you weren't honest with me. Like, you felt like you couldn't, tell me. And I'm kind of upset about that.
Right.
And I think she was like legitimately upset. She
Yeah, she
wasn't,
was.
and they didn't just wrap that up in that moment.
No.
So we kind of break away from that.
Yep.
The grandkids come in and say,
Marvin
Dasher
and
is
Willow.
gone. Oh,
Marvin and Willow
Yep.
come running in.
Dasher's gone, right? And
Hey.
so it's,
And Chuck, oh my gosh, he puts on his Marine outfit.
yep.
He gets,
Now this is the llama.
this is the llama.
The llama
Dasher.
has disappeared, Dasher,
And
which I had totally forgotten about in that moment. Go ahead.
And then Chuck, Clark, and Wally are outside, and they have walkie-talkies, and Chuck's trying to tell them this is what we're gonna do, right? And we're gonna go find Dasher, and then all of a sudden, around the bushes comes.
Well,
go ahead.
no, right before that, I thought it was hysterical when Chuck goes, how this is not an all hands on deck situation is beyond my comprehension, because he
He's
wants
so
everybody.
serious.
He's so serious. I thought that was so funny. But he's like, okay, all right, go ahead. Then they go outside to look.
So they go outside to look, and they're getting ready to split up and
Divide and
conquer. And then around the bush hedge or whatever, Kevin comes with the llama.
Right.
And the look on Chuck's face. So he apologizes to Kevin. Yep. And he tells Kevin, he's sorry.
Yeah.
And he invites him into the house.
Yeah.
And Kevin accepts.
And Kevin goes in. Now we have Kevin. And they wrap that up quickly.
Yes.
Like, they found Dasher. We're good.
We're good. Chuck's
Llama's
good.
Chuck's good.
happy.
He's apologized to Kevin.
Yep.
He's coming around a little bit, you know.
And so we move on.
And then we have Marcus, who tries to talk to Grandma Lynn.
It's
like
so
Grandma
funny. They're all
Lynn.
trying to talk to Nai.
Yeah,
It's so
Grandma
funny.
Lynn. So, and it's funny because he's like, he's speaking as a therapist, and he tells her that maybe she could loosen the bow, right?
I
A
know.
little bit.
I know.
Like, he basically tells her,
It's,
maybe you had a hand in this. Like,
Yeah.
maybe he felt like he couldn't tell you
from an outsider.
because you are the way you are.
Right.
Maybe there's a little bit of a wall. And then she's like, you're dismissed.
I know.
After
Like,
that. It was so
bye.
funny. Yeah.
Leave, please.
It was so good. So
Yes.
good.
And then you have Katie filming Gabby.
Yes.
And I
They're
thought that
finally
was
making the audition
so
video,
good.
right?
I thought that scene was so good and what she talked about.
Well, it's so great because I hadn't really thought about it either. Like, they have all these different foods from different cultures, the different families, the different traditions.
Yep.
And they say, it smells like heaven, feels like home. And I was
Right.
like, that's so
So
good.
good.
What a great line.
Yes, them writers, boy, them writers.
Because, when you go, that's the thing about the holidays. It's the scents.
Yes.
It's the baking, the cooking,
yes.
whether it's Thanksgiving or Christmas or, whatever you
you
celebrate.
yeah.
You walk in and it's just that feeling. It feels like home whenever you have those scents. I mean, your sense of smell is such a strong,
Yeah.
it makes such a strong connection for people for a lot of different things. So I thought that was really, really good. So so she helps Gabby.
Yeah. And
Finish that video.
did she say to Gabby, what should I call you? Or I can't remember. because then
Maybe.
Kevin comes in and says sister-in-law.
Sister. Oh, or does he just say sister?
Maybe he
I think he just said sister. Maybe she does. I might have zoned out on that part for a second.
And then he puts the ring back on her finger.
He gives Katie the ring back, so they're back on.
Yes, he did.
Right?
Yes. So that's awesome. So now we have Robert and Linda.
Evan leaves.
Evan leaves. They watch him leave.
And Linda and Robert are left alone in the Lewin house.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
In the bedroom.
And then Robert gives Linda a gift.
Yes. And it's 2 tickets to the Netherlands.
To see
the Northern
Lights. Yeah.
And Linda is so touched and so emotional at that point. And it, was it Robert that called it a second honeymoon? Or
she
says
one of them did. Yeah. One of them said something about a second honeymoon, and he says he wants her back. And then they kiss, and it's just kind of a cool, sometimes things happen like we talked about before in a marriage, like what she say slowly, quietly, without anyone noticing.
Right.
And then, Robert has realized what he missed, the signs he didn't see, the things he didn't do. Mm-hmm. And so he's coming back around, and it's sort of rekindling. So she never really didn't love him. She just was tired of not being noticed.
Right.
And him not viewing what she views as important.
Correct.
Right. So I thought that was pretty cool. That was and I like it that, giving a shout out to a little, older people.
Yes.
We're older people. I'm not calling them older, but love can happen at any time.
Yes.
Right. It can come back around.
Yeah.
So I kind of like that. I appreciated that.
I did too. So then we go back.
We go back to the house.
And Connie gets the phone call. And they're all standing there like
waiting.
And it's good news.
Very good news.
The test comes back negative.
Woo, let it go. She's fine.
And Chuck says, best Christmas ever.
Are you tearing up?
No.
Healthy
mom, he says.
Healthy mom, yeah.
And everybody cheers.
Yep.
So then we have Stacy and Josh again.
Stacy and Josh.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
She comes out of the house and she talks about the drawing and that it's not her forever home. And she realizes that it is his.
Right.
And it's so funny because she's like, we don't have to date. We make such good partners.
Yeah.
So we'll be good partners.
She seems like she's very cut and dry. Like she's like, okay.
She knows what she wants, right?
Well, yeah. And she said, yeah, you're right. She says they can still work together, right? And she knows that it wasn't her in the picture,
And then I think Nora's coming up and Stacy turns to her and says, you have a really, cool kid? You have a really cool kid.
Yeah.
And Nora kind of was like, I do.
And then Nora gets a phone call.
Which I
thought was a little odd, but yes.
Yes. And then she rolls her eyes.
She's
like,
the sheriff.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? So then we cut back to Nine.
Yep. Nina, she was like the star of this episode, I think. She was in so many bits and pieces of it. Mm-hmm. So she says, basically she has an announcement for her family, right? It's not everyone. It's just the family. And she's like they say the heart holds all the emotions. When there's too much fear and not enough love, the heart breaks.
Yep.
And she's like, Teddy, you and Marcus are lucky to have found each other. And then that's when Ted decides they're going to get married.
Yes.
Right then.
Spontaneous.
Because I think Grandma Lynn says, she says something like, so whenever you decide to get married is fine with me.
Right.
I'll be there with bells on or whatever.
I'll be there to witness it.
Right. And then Ted's like, well, I mean,
how about now?
Yeah. And then Grandma Lynn says, Wally.
Wally comes up. We're like, what now?
He goes, what did I do? It's so funny because he's like.
She's like, the wedding's back on.
It's back on.
And Wally's like, he gets on the walkie-talkie, he starts saying some stuff like, we got a wedding back on.
Yeah.
It was so funny.
And then what's really cool is that, they start to decorate and everything. And I'm like, they're doing a pretty good job. Like, where did all this stuff come from?
Exactly.
And that's what I was going to say when you talked about the big house. I'm like, the venue seemed kind of big to me in the backyard.
Yes.
That's pretty.
Yes.
It ended up being like a decent sized. I was like, what?
Area. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe
So,
they're on a half acre.
maybe. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was a little wild. So they all start decorating. And then Nora has an announcement that a tree was cut down in a place that should not have been cut down.
And Josh takes the blame.
And Josh takes the blame, even though it wasn't him. It was the Camarena family who went to the place that Katie took them.
Yes. But that's okay.
But that's okay. That's all right.
And then Josh ended up telling Nora that he likes her.
Yeah.
A lot.
No, a lot.
And then he's like, what are my chances? And she says 1%.
1%.
And he's like, that's all I need. Good man.
And then he
Good
kisses,
man.
and then they kiss,
yes.
right? And then you find out Sylvie has invited Cole to the house, which I hadn't thought about Cole.
I know, the whole episode.
And right. So Cole comes in, and she's like, Sylvie's kind of giving Lucy a hard time about not being spontaneous.
Yep.
So then Lucy finally asks Cole out on another date. Right.
And he accepts.
Right. And then we finally have the wedding.
Yay!
Ted and Marcus are going to get married. Ted is wearing the green
outfit
that Nine picked out, his grandma Lynn picked out, which is kind of cute.
Wally's wearing an ugly sweater while he's officiating.
It's so cute, yeah.
He gives an awesome speech. He tears up. Oh my God.
I thought it was really good though, because I mean it kind of comes around to the whole point I think of this series is that, you know, we all gather, we all come around, we're ready for the picture perfect holiday. You're gathering around the table with the ones we love, and you know, you prepare to celebrate some family traditions. And then he's like, sometimes it's not perfect.
Right.
I mean, most of the time it's not perfect, right? You have stuff go on. And then he says something like, it doesn't go as planned. But when it doesn't go as planned, we get moments like this.
Yes.
That's the magic of the holidays. Sometimes if you just let it go.
Yeah, and he's tearing up.
And I need to take it. Yeah, and he said, that's the magic.
I know. Tearing up a little bit,
and then Wally's tearing up as he's talking. And he's like, that's the magic of love.
That's the magic of love.
So it's kind of cute. I mean, it is. Holidays are like what? Perfectly imperfect, usually. Mm-hmm. And you have all these stories, and I don't know. I thought it was cool that they all were together in that moment.
Right.
The wedding venue.
And then they kiss.
And then
they get married. His confetti button and
everything comes up and they got the song playing. Yeah. So, and then at the very end, they take a neighborhood picture,
which I thought was awesome.
It was really cool.
From the bucket lift.
From the bucket lift? Oh, is that where it was from? Yes. I didn't even realize that.
It was from that height, yes.
The camera was probably on the bucket lift, yeah.
But
the cherry picker.
I do have to say one thing.
All right,
I really love how the director and Stacey Harding shot this episode.
Yeah.
Because it was always focused on one group, one family, right? While all the other families were in the background just having fun at the party. And then it switched to another family and everybody else is having fun. I just love the way they shot that. Well done.
It was seamless.
Yes, it was.
It really, really was seamless. Just like the first episode, it was chaotic, but they did it so well and it went so fast and there's so much going on, but you don't feel like, I never really felt lost.
Yes.
You know, like, no, I don't know.
I
didn't have a hard time remembering
what
happened prior. I mean, I might need a minute to like jog, but they showed a little bit at the beginning, like the previously on. So I definitely, think that helped. But
and also a great job to the writers.
Yes,
There was 3 of them.
There were 3 writers on this episode.
Yes,
this particular episode. Okay.
And it was Claudia Grazioso, Gina Matthews, and Grant Sharbo. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your names.
Didn't say the writers and directors of the other ones, but maybe they wrote some of the other ones also.
I think they all wrote.
Yeah.
Had a hand in all these. But I just thought this episode was so well done.
It really was.
With all of those families in it.
Yeah. What do you think of the series as a whole?
5, easily. I thought it was brilliant.
Yeah. I mean, okay. Are we doing ornament? You said 5. We're doing ornaments? Okay.
No.
Yeah. I mean.
You're right. I'm sorry. What was your tinsel toe top moment?
Tinsel toe moment.
Tinsel top moment.
Have some more wine. Sip. My tinsel top moment for this episode would really be the entirety of the episode, how they wrapped it all up.
Yes.
I really loved it.
Yeah, I know.
It was really
well done.
I really loved it. I loved the series. I loved the beginning was called The Beginning, and you get a glimpse of everybody. Yeah, it's a little frenetic. It's a little chaotic, and you're kind of like, who's what? And then they break it down by family. These are very real issues for people. They're very, some of them are non-Hallmark, like they're not what you would traditionally think of a Hallmark
TV
film
series
or
movie.
series,
Yep.
right? So, I mean, they really, it was serious, but it wasn't like so serious but so it was good that they started to tackle those things. And I thought it was just a good look at, you always have the neighbor that people can't stand. You have the neighbor who puts up too much Christmas lights. Hello, that's us, probably in our neighborhood.
We do it for the kids.
But they all love it. They all tell us they love it anyway. Yeah. So, I mean, we're, decked to the nines. But I just thought it was a good glimpse. Kids that grow up together, feel awkward together, maybe have history, like the bullying. I just thought it all really worked well. And I would love to see another, I don't know if they could bring all these families back, but maybe another cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
I don't know where they could go, but that's the genius of writing, right? Yep. And directing. So I loved it. I loved it from start to finish.
Me too.
No notes.
No notes.
No notes.
So out of 5 ornaments?
100.
100.
Oh, 5. I would give it 5.
Me too.
5. So that's a grand total of 40 ornaments for me and 40 ornaments for you, right?
That's a heavy loaded tree.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. So is that a wrap for Christmas in July?
That's a wrap.
Holidays? Yes.
Yep. That's a wrap.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. If you really, really like the show, we would really, really appreciate your positive review on Apple.
Apple. I know you get to this point and you're like, you've had too many sips.
Apple Podcast or Spotify. And if you didn't really, really like the show, we'd still appreciate your positive review.
Be sure to follow us wherever you get your podcasts and on social media so you don't miss a thing. Until then, fill up your glasses and push play. Thanks for listening.
Cheers.